Let's learn about complex numbers. Let's do it. Hey, if all goes well, it's going to be one of my shortest videos. Let's see. Let's see if we can do it. You doing all right, by the way? Yeah? All right. Life good? I hope so. I hope so. Anyways, a complex number is a number that is expressed in this form, a plus I times b, where a is going to be the real part, b is going to be the imaginary part. So let's do a couple examples. All right, so let's assume you have a complex number that is, I don't know, 2 plus I times 3. All right, and you're asked to identify what's the real part and what's the imaginary part. Well, the real component of this complex number is going to be the 2, right? The number that's not multiplied by the imaginary unit. So we're going to go, that's 2, check. And the imaginary part is 3. Ta-da! It's not that difficult. You just got to kind of remember it, right? Once you got it, it's not that complicated. But let's try another one. Let's throw some negatives at you and see if I get you saying, Let's do -4 minus 2i. Why don't you hit pause? Beat me to it. What is it? That's my pause. All right, let's see what we got here. So the real part is -4, okay, because it's the first number. It's not attached to the i's. Let's go -4. And the imaginary part is -2, because the structure is a plus. And so if we're seeing a subtraction sign, then b must be negative. All right. Oh, one more. I've been a teacher long enough that I know this one's going to be, you're going to make a few of you go, I'm going to change the color of it. Here we go. Watch this one. Watch this. Let's do 1 minus I. All right, what's the real and imaginary part? Look, if invisible math confuses you, then just show that invisibility. Surface it. Right? Because you think to yourself, there's no number in front of that. What do I do now? There's no number. Put the 1. Put the 1 there then. So this is just like the previous here. Where's the purple go? Okay. Where the real part is going to be 1 and the imaginary is -1. All right, we good? All right, so we had 2 goals here today. First goal, identify real and imaginary parts. Check. Second goal, graph them. Let's get it. Let me first draw the axis. Hey, Mr. Miller, isn't that just an XY coordinate system you drew? No. Yeah, but no. Because this is, it's not that x-axis, it's the real axis. That's the real number line. And this ain't the y. That's where we put the imaginary. But certainly some synergy between the two. Okay, so we're going over here. We're going to graph this complex number. When we graph it, it's going to be a single point. And what we do is we go over 2 on the real, up 3 on the complex, and there we go. That's the first one. Not bad, right? All right, let's graph this one. This complex number. So I'm -4 on the real, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I got to go down 2, right, on the imaginary axis. 1, 2, and it's right there. We flowing. Now I want you to think, how can this get more complicated, right? I think there's one part of this that is a bit more complicated, so I'm going to end the video with that. Okay, so it's possible how this comes up is you're using the quadratic formula or you're completing the square and you get an answer that looks like this, and you're asked to identify the real and imaginary component. Because this is a complex number, right? Because it has the imaginary unit in it. So first thing we do is realize you can separate this into 2 different quantities. So what you would do is you would say, okay, so this is 5/7 plus or minus I times the square root of 3 over 7. Okay, because when you add or subtract, right, you don't touch the denominator. So in this case, there's still like denominators. And at this point, imaginary part, real part. Just like that. I'll show you one more. All right. So again, maybe this is your answer, right? You've got negative 2 plus or minus I times 3 divided by 9. So what you could do is break it up. I like to put the I down low, right? Same level as that fraction bar. We've got 3 over 9, which probably right is 1/3 at this point. But regardless, imaginary part, real part. All right? Okay. I hope I made my goal that this was a fast video. I was really hoping it would be. So, I hope this finds you well. Remember, be silly and always trust your cape. All right.